What's going on, everybody? My name is Derailious. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be very different. I am going to set out to figure out the answer to a question. How much money is made off of booster cookies in Hypixel Skyblock? This is a question that has perplexed me for quite a while, and honestly the answer is really satisfying. Before we get into this, I really want to say thanks for clicking on this video. Please like and subscribe if you are new here, as well as comment down below so that the algorithm can pick up this video. I hope you guys enjoy. This was really fun to make, and honestly, it was probably the craziest video I'll ever make. On that note though, let's get right into this. In order to begin calculating the amount of money Hypixel makes off of booster cookies, we first have to see how much money is spent on a single one. For this, we must head to Elizabeth. What's really useful here is that the price in Elizabeth's store per cookie does not decrease as the amount of cookies bought increases. What I mean by this is, for a single cookie, it is 325 Skyblock gems, for 6 it is 1950, and for 12 it is 3900. What's really nice about this is if you divide this all out, it's 325 gems per cookie, and that is really useful as it'll simplify the rest of our calculations. Now that we know that the price of a single cookie is 325 gems, we can move over to the Hypixel Store. For now, we have to head over to the store, where we can figure out the amount of money spent on a single booster cookie. Now, it's very highly unlikely that anyone will actually buy these first two packages if they're going for booster cookies. No one's going to spend $5 on 675 gems when they can get the bonus gems from the high tier packages. And honestly, that's how most people do it. They don't actually buy these low tier packages, and they mostly spend their money on the high tier ones. A low estimate would be that the most often purchased package is this third tier at $24.99, giving 3,600 Skyblock gems. Crunching the numbers on this showcases that with 3,600 gems, you can buy exactly 11 booster cookies at 325 gems per cookie. We are not going to be taking into account the bonus left over, because honestly you can't buy a cookie with 40 gems. Dividing this out gives us a nice clean number of $2.27 per booster cookie. For the second highest tier package, which is 7,300 gems for $50, you are able to see that the value still comes out to be $2.27 per cookie, as the extra 150 gems doesn't actually allow you to buy a full cookie. For the highest tier package, however, it is exactly $2 per booster cookie, so if you're looking to buy them in bulk, that is the way to go. We will not be including tax in any of these calculations because Hypixel doesn't get direct tax revenue from any of this, obviously, and the value we will use for our purposes is in the middle of the $2.27 value and the $2 value at $2.20 per cookie. It'd be very easy for me to assume that all money in Skyblock is immediately dumped into booster cookies. However, that's just not the case. People buy direct upgrades from Elizabeth, people buy the useless pet skins, and honestly, people don't spend their money only on booster cookies. In order to figure out an actually correct value, we have to head to the Bazaar, as it's the only place that showcases the amount and type of booster cookies sold in the market. You see, this was the part of the video where I began to question what I was actually trying to do here. Going into booster cookies, we can see that there are 12,000 booster cookies in 949 current offers for buying. However, there are 81,000 instant buy orders over the last 7 days, which is a pretty clear number, and you would think that it would be really easy to run with this. Just say that 81,000 booster cookies were bought, multiply that by 2.2, and you have your answer. However, it's not actually that easy. You see, if you look at the sell prices and offers right now, you can see that 7.5 thousand booster cookies are in 487 offers, as well as there are 96,000 insta-sells in the last 7 days. And you might be wondering, what makes up this discrepancy? Why is there such a massive difference in this? And the reason is, it's very simple, people resell things. You see, there's one major problem here. Reselling creates a lot of issues, notably ghost cookies. What I mean by this is, if you buy something on the Bazaar, if you buy a booster cookie, and you instantly buy it, if you were to instantly sell it for a profit, and then instantly buy another cookie to try to make even more profit off of it, or something of that nature, you will be creating ghost cookies. What I mean by that is, even though you've bought only one cookie, and sold it, and then rebought that same cookie, you have counted it twice on the Bazaar. And that's the problem here. A lot of people are inadvertently creating ghost cookies by buying and reselling, and booster cookies are one of the most popular things to buy and resell, and it's quite obvious why. I mean, look at the price differences here. The sell price is way under the buy price, meaning that if you want to resell, you'll be making a ton of money. Because of this, it's really hard for me to determine with absolute certainty the amount of booster cookies that are currently on the Bazaar, as well as the amount that are bought and sold every week. We can actually create some pretty decent numbers here, however we'll never be able to get an exact value. However, I did try my best and it does line up with the amount currently on the Bazaar. For example, as you can see, there are 7.9 thousand booster cookies in the Bazaar right now. The amount that I wind up with is pretty close to 7 times that value, which would actually make sense and would make sense from a range of total values. I'm going to try my best to make the rest of this video as clear-cut as possible to give you the answer that you've wanted. And I will preface it though, it's very likely an underestimate rather than an overestimate. An underestimate here is actually a good thing in my opinion, as it allows people who are better than me at math to take the numbers that I've worked with and actually create better ones and hopefully get a more concrete answer in the near future. Once again, I'm just a kid trying to do a funny on the internet. I don't actually have a degree in this stuff. I'm not the best in the world at it, and I've never claimed to be. So, on that note, let's get into the final answer. In order to come to our final answer, we have to finally select a number that we are going to use to be wiped out due to reselling. After a lot of deliberation internally about this, I've decided that 70% is a good number. More than half of booster cookies are resold. More than half of them are resold a lot, and because of that, they cannot be reasonably accounted for and will be considered ghost cookies. These 81,000 booster cookies multiplied by 0.3, or 30% of them remain, will then become 24,300 booster cookies sold in the Bazaar every week. However, that's not all the booster cookies that are used in the economy. There is other ways and other methods for people to use them. I am going to basically say that about half of the booster cookies never actually make it to the Bazaar, because they're either sold between friends, stored, or used up upon being bought. And I don't think this is too unreasonable. I would actually make the argument that probably more booster cookies are not actually making it to the Bazaar. However, 50% is a pretty easy number to work with and will give us a nice and clean answer. If you take the 24.3 thousand booster cookies and divide it by a half or multiply it by 2, whichever you like to do, you will get 48,600 booster cookies in the economy every week. This is a relatively high amount, and if you were to multiply it by our $2.20 total that we got per cookie, you will get the final price of booster cookies in the economy every week at $106,920 a week in booster cookies. That is the final answer I have come to, and it's over 100 grand every week in booster cookies as per the Skyblock community. Now, there are a lot of other numbers that you could use here. You could just use the 81,000 instant sell orders, multiply that by $2.20, and you end up with a number like way over 180k a week. You could even add the 50% rule to that and assume that 160,000 booster cookies are somehow in the economy every week, and Skyblock makes like over 350 grand a week. But honestly, I'm really happy with this conservative estimate, as it's still a 6-figure number, and honestly makes a lot of sense. I can't really imagine people spending more than $150,000 a week on booster cookies, and honestly, with a game of 50,000 or so players, that's about $2 to $3 a person, which would make sense on a weekly basis. Overall though, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was blatantly just a thought experiment and was me trying to crunch some numbers which I thought was interesting, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any information that I might need, or, want to make another variant of this, or if you want to add your own numbers to the description or comments below, I really do hope you're able to do that and, help out with the process. This was really crazy to make. It took a while of research and looking things up, and honestly, I'm just glad that it's finally out, and you guys are able to see it. I hope to make more content like this in the near future. If you guys have any ideas for things like that, please let me know. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed your answer of $106,000 a week, because oh boy, that's a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video, and peace out, everybody.